This is my mineral feeder that Eli made for me here, my hired man. And I wanted to show you this, that this is a subject that I think is so important that this cannot be overlooked. If you're going to have horses, this is what you got to do, okay? What happens is a horse gets out here and you turn him out on grass, let's say, and he's been eating dehydrated food all winter, hay and grain, which is all dehydrated. Then you turn him out in the pasture and he starts eating real food that has got moisture in it. So his body has to adapt to that. So where horses get sore and feet and they just get problems, they get in a lot of problems in this transition. But what happens is, it's just like when, say you're driving down the road and you say to yourself, oh, I crave salt. I need some French fries. I need to go to McDonald's and buy some French fries. You're craving that salt, okay? And then one day you're at the house and you're like, oh man, I crave something sweet. I gotta have something sweet. Well, see, that's your body. That's your internal mechanism saying that your blood sugar or your internal mechanism needs a certain thing, okay? I mean, God gave you that, and He's telling you your blood sugar's off. You need something sweet or whatever. Well, that happens to horses too. All right, so say he's depleted in some substance. So depending on where you live, your soil has got all kinds of mineral in it. Well, some areas of the country is depleted in selenium. Some places, copper, zinc, there's all kinds of things that are in that soil that come into that horse's system from the ground, okay? So let's say if a horse is depleted in selenium, it's a big problem, huge problem. He's got to go out there and eat all day long grass and abundantly to get just a little bit of selenium. Okay? So what we do is we set up a mineral feeder that has all that supplement in there to develop his system and his inner workings to not be craving selenium. Okay? So if I don't have this, he's going to come out here and say he's going to be ravaged. I need selenium terribly. So he's going to go out there and he is going to eat until the cows come home. All right, well, then he's overeating and he's eating too much to get just a little bit of that. So then he gets sore feet, and then you get all this laminitis business. You get all kinds of problems then after that. So that's where people get in trouble with ponies. They turn ponies out and the ponies are not nutritionally sound and they got to eat too much to get what they need, and then they get foundered and they get sore feet. I just got to tell you, and I'm no scientist here, but I've got worlds of experience at it. I just don't have troubles. I don't have foundered horses, and I don't have feet problems in my horses. But I am vigilant. I am absolutely a Nazi when it comes to this type of thing. So I want to show you, this is my mineral box, and it's just a 55-gallon barrel, and we leave that free choice. And Eli took 3 posts here and built this. And this is something that anybody that's the least bit handy can make, okay? If you look across my pasture, see my horses out here all on pasture this time of year. But this mineral box has been here all winter. So they've had enough mineral all winter while they're eating hay, free choice all winter. This mineral box is over here near my feeders, and they come over here and you'll see 5 or 6 horses at a time standing here just taking a couple licks of this. And see, what you don't want to do is you don't want to top dress your mineral, where when I give him a scoop of feed, I put a scoop of mineral on it, because you're giving him sometimes mineral he doesn't need. His inner mechanism tells him what he needs. So if he stands here, sometimes I'll get a new horse that's been deprived. He's fat, he's in good shape, people have been loving him and taking care of him, but he's deprived. He hasn't had the proper mineral. I mean, you can be fat and still unhealthy, okay? Well, that fat horse will come up here and he'll stand here at this mineral box and he'll lick that stuff till his tongue bleeds almost. I had a horse come from California here a while back that was living in $1 million horse barn. And that poor old horse, he licked that mineral until his tongue almost bled. But see, he hadn't been getting his basic nutrition. They've been feeding him beet pulp and they've been babying him and mothering him around and making him fat and pretty, but he still was deprived. I mean, that horse was less healthy than a horse that came out of the country here that somebody's been neglecting almost. So, but if you look at my pastures, it's good this time of year. The horses have got all the grass they want. And if you've got grass, that's the best thing to feed them. There's an old man that sits next to me in church. He's an old livestock man, and he says, green grass, sunshine, and muddy creek water. That's the best thing for them. And I have to agree. After all these years, you can give them a gallon of antibiotic, and you can give them anything that the vet can give them, but there's still nothing better than green grass, sunshine, and muddy creek water.